What about the Muslim lobby itself here in America? After the terrorist attack in San Bernardino last December, CARE was on the scene immediately and prepped mostly everyone who was going to speak on behalf of the Muslim community. And we heard the same rhetoric. And CARE seems so invested in promoting this whole Islamophobia stick. What about the Muslims themselves? Why are they doing this?
Well, CARE, remember, the Council on American Islamic Relations, is a group that has been linked by the Justice Department, or the Justice Department rather has certified the links that CARE has to Hamas and the Muslim Brotherhood. And the Muslim Brotherhood, according to a captured internal document that was discovered a few years back during the trial of the Holyland Foundation, which at that time, up to that time, had been the largest Islamic charity in the United States, but then was shut down for funneling charitable contributions to the terror group Hamas. The Holyland Foundation trial resulted in the release of a great many documents that they had in their offices. And one of them was an internal document of the Brotherhood that outlined the Brotherhood's goal for the United States, strategic goal for conquering the United States, and said that the brothers must understand, and I quote, "The brothers must understand that their work in America is a kind of grand jihad in eliminating and destroying Western civilization from within, and sabotaging its miserable house by their hands and the hands of the believers," that is, by the hands of the Westerners themselves and the hands of the Muslims, by their hands and the hands of the believers, so that it falls and Allah's religion is victorious over other religions. And so their campaign, their work in America, is a work of subversion and sabotage, and getting Americans themselves to work against their own interests. Now, you see that document and read it, and then see what CARE does in opposing every counterterror measure that's ever been proposed or implemented, and in shaming Americans who oppose jihad terror and stigmatizing them as bigots and racists and Islamophobes. They are very, very skillfully carrying out exactly that program of sabotaging the United States and doing it by the hands of Americans themselves, the enlightened people who think that Islam is a religion of peace and that to think otherwise is Islamophobia, and that to resist jihad terror is Islamophobia. There was a plot a few years back in Fort Dix in New Jersey, and it was foiled by a young man who worked in a video store. And the jihadis came in and asked him to transfer their jihad videos from VHS to DVD. In the course of doing this job, he saw all this blood and gore and bloodlust and violence and hatred, and he was quite alarmed and thought these men might be up to no good. Of course, he was quite right. And he went to his manager and he said, "I'm seeing some very strange things on these videos. Should I go to the police, or would that be racist?" And that he even hesitated long enough. He did ultimately go to the police and the plot was foiled and the men are in jail. But that he hesitated for a second and thought it was racist is an indication of how effective CARE has been and its allied groups. And that is the work of sabotaging its miserable house. And it's worked.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.